Yes, baby. What? Happy New Year, everybody. It is Monday, January 4th, 2021. My name is Billy Floyd, and that is...
The Commodore.
That's right, baby. We're the KitchenKillaz, classified as a touring acoustic duo, crushing kitchens around the country. We do it in front of you. We do it
For free.
That's right, baby. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day and staying out of trouble. Living the dream. Shelley! Happy New Year, Shelley. It's really good to see everybody in here, and I hope you guys are having a really, really great day and a fantastic week, and you celebrated your new year in the best way that you possibly could, all that good stuff. You know, I think we did. We had a pretty good couple of first days of the year.
I was about to comment on how I spent my New Year's, but that's Thursday night. We got to start with Monday.
Yeah, we got to go back to Monday.
We're gonna go sequentially.
Yeah, that's true. Did you get the notes that the great and illustrious Shelley Wheeler sent us?
I did.
We should have all that amazing stuff. So it's so we are moving in Groovy, baby. We're waiting for our good friend George to connect. He is going to be our special guest of the evening. So George, your groovy man, you got about 15-20 minutes of us just rambling and playing some tunage, if you will. What's up, Dana? Great to see you, my man. Shelley Wheeler in the house. Good to see everybody, and thank you guys for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you guys spending some time with us. All that good stuff. Dana, been catching your live videos lately, man. Absolutely incredible, brother. Super, super awesome, baby. I think I saw one video you played in your garage. You broke 2K on that one, my dude, which is badass, man. Badass. So, yeah, man, we definitely hope you guys are having a good one and, living the dream, all that other good stuff, staying out of trouble.
Living the dream.
Yeah. How was your weekend, Commodore? How was it? Did you have a good time? That's you.
That's me. Weekend. Commodore's weekend was productive.
Good.
Productive. I did a lot of reflection. I set a couple goals for myself.
Goals are good.
Yearly goals, monthly goals, weekly goals, daily goals. I was a bit laxed with some of them just to give myself some wiggle room.
Sure,
and then
that makes sense.
I was a bit aggressive with a couple others.
Also makes sense.
That I didn't realize until like day 3, where I'm like, wow, this is kind of a lot. But I shall press on because it is my goal.
Yeah, that's it.
So that was my weekend.
We talked a little bit about your goals this weekend, and they were realistic. They're like realistic, attainable goals. It's not like I'm going to be the grand emperor of the galaxy, which is a fantastic goal. Don't get me wrong. But to do in 1 year, it took Palpatine like 40 years to bring that to fruition. So you don't set yourself up for failure.
Well, one of my aggressive goals was learning Spanish.
Oh, well, you've been kind of working on that a little bit here and there.
I have, and I've made some headway.
Yeah.
And it's so aggressive that I'll finish this entire program.
Joe?
In like 7 months.
Oh, nice. What's up, Kyle?
That's a lot of Spanish.
That is a lot of Spanish. That's a lot of Spanish. I mean, you're a pretty driven dude.
I am.
I believe in you.
I am.
I believe in you 100%. It's a and
I've always wanted to learn Spanish.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I want to know.
What method are you using to learn Espanol?
Duolingo.
Duolingo.
It is a free website where you can learn.
Joel Van says it. Let's hear some Spanish.
Hola.
Nailed it. See how good he is? It's fantastic.
I'm already on it.
What's up, Kyle Nunez? Good to see you. Nori, what's up, Nori? Good to see you, my dude. Thank you for spending some time with us. So we're going to get to it, baby. We're waiting for our good friend George to jump in. A fantastic musician, has been for a very, very long time. We're excited to talk to him tonight. Lucas, Happy New Year to you, my friend. We hope you guys are having a good day. We are on the cusp of some very exciting things. So if you're a Patreon patron, today you received a notification for a special video that we uploaded specifically for our Patreon patrons. You guys can check it out. Pretty freaking awesome. All that good stuff. We got a couple comments back from Matt McIver, a good patron friend of ours. Michelle Hess, also a fantastic patron of ours, reached right back out, and they were like, oh my God, thank you for that video. I was literally, what did Michelle Hess say she was doing? Like giggling in tears. Like you didn't read that?
No.
Oh yeah, she sent it to me and you ignore a lot of people. That's no big deal. I'll read it. So she said, oh my goodness, I wish you guys could have heard the squeal that just came out of my mouth when I saw that video on Patreon. I watched it as soon as I got the notification. Oh my goodness.
Was that
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I posted. Oh, there he is. Oh, I see him, baby. Okay, George.
All right.
We see you. I got a fantastic video. I can't hear you yet, so you may have to change your... We're working with George real quick. Don't worry. You guys can go to KitchenKillaz, also youritguys.com. George, you poured, you put it in pie. You should be able to go into your settings cog, George, go to audio, and you should be able to select your input method. So you should see a little setting cog on your screen. Go into audio and then choose your input method, and you should be good to go. We're working with George. George is working really hard on this. I got to give George huge props.
He'll be in the feed shortly.
That's right, baby.
And we'll be able to hear him.
GW Pomacher, great to see you, my man. Let me see if I can add George to this stream.
Here we go.
Bingo, George,
And
we got you,
hear
brother.
George as
Wow.
well.
Oh, we're testing in real time.
Yeah, you know what? For the first couple, maybe the first minute I had you, I mean, you were sounding like aliens from some other galaxy or something, at least the way it was coming through on the iPad. But then all of a sudden, the gods seemed to work. The music gods seemed to work out okay, and finally things just fell into place. But thank you for your
That's
patience,
appropriate,
my friend.
George. We are in fact aliens from another planet.
Yeah, that's true.
No, that's my department.
Are we from the same planet?
Market on that.
George can be the resident alien. I'm okay with that. That's no problem. That's
right.
awesome. So, George, thank you so much for joining us today, man. We really appreciate you popping in and working through all the technicalities that make StreamYard. So we appreciate it, my dude.
Well, thank you, and thank you. I am honored to be interviewed by you gentlemen today. And like I say, I was frantically trying for like maybe 20 minutes or so to get this thing working correctly, but thank God it fell into place. And I thank you for your marvelous patience.
Oh, absolutely.
And for the invitation. So thank you. You gentlemen are wonderful. Anyhow, let me know what I need to do to help, and I will do the best I can.
No, you're good, man. You actually this is welcome everybody. Facebook. This is a live test with my man George. George is killing it. George, you get a gold star today. Absolutely fantastic. We just started into a little bit of the wrap up. So if you want to give us a couple minutes to burn through that, and then we're gonna play one song, then we'll bring you right on, and the rest of the time is all about who George is and what he does.
You bet, and you do what you do. I'll try not to get in your way, and I'll try and augment, if you'll pardon the musical pun, as best I can.
I love it, George. Cool, man. Give us a couple minutes. We'll be right back with you, okay? You can stay just where you are. Set your iPad down where you're comfortable and you're happy and you're comfy, and you can, put on your panda slippers and slip into your Pikachu onesie, and we'll get going in about 10 minutes, my dude.
You got it, my friend.
I love this guy. George is fantastic. A huge shout out to George Finizio for joining us tonight. We're really excited to have him on the show.
He'll be back in just a few minutes.
Be back in just a few minutes. He told me he had fantastically comfortable penguin slippers, and I'm jealous now. I'm jealous. So we'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, man, it's really great to see everybody. The Mad Scientist from Maryland in the house. GW, good to see you. Matt McIver, what's up, my dude? Shelley Wheeler and my man Les. Les, great to see you, sir, and thank you for joining us tonight. Les says he just took over a pizza shop this week as well. I won't be able to catch much of the show, but wanted to say I love what you guys do and keep rocking the jams. You got it, brother. Will do. Shelley! So thank you, Shelley. So thank you very much for hanging out, man. We really appreciate it. So let's make this happen real quick, because we don't want to keep a rock star like George waiting for too long, baby. So let's jump into it. Last Monday, we were really happy to talk to David Vincent Bob, a fantastic writer, creator, producer, superhero, if you will, of a movie called Right Before Your Eyes, which has just signed an agreement to be distributed into over 4,000 Walmarts in 68 countries around the world. He put his heart and soul into it. It's a story of kind of like a coming to terms with oneself, finding a new vigor, finding a new element in life that motivates all of us, and digging yourself out of the trenches, standing on top of a mountain and screaming, "Hell yeah, my name's David Vincent Bob. I'm here to kick some ass and take all the names." That's pretty much what that movie is about.
You wrapped up that movie quite phenomenally, my
Also,
friend.
that's the new trailer. So, so we're really happy to have him. We rocked a little Walking Man as well as Color Change. The reason that we played Color Change, it was the newest, I say that past tense, it was the newest song from the KitchenKillaz arsenal. We debuted a brand new one this past Friday as well, which we'll get to. But a huge shout out to David Vincent Bob for joining us on Monday. What a great interviewer, just so positive, such a motivational dude, and one hell of a story. A really great story. Yeah. If you guys have a chance to see Right Before Your Eyes, you can find it on like Comcast, Amazon, Apple TV. It's all over. Just go
everywhere.
to
Amazon.
Yeah, just go buy it at Walmart. It's going to be freaking crazy, man, which is a fantastic movie. You guys got to check it out.
All of them.
All of 4,000 Walmarts. 4,000.
Yeah.
Which is freaking crazy. That's right. Shout out to Dave Vincent
Go
Bob, who's
see
incredible.
the
Right before you guys will be
movie,
released in
okay?
63 English-speaking countries all the way around the world via Amazon Prime Video. It's on Amazon Prime right now. You can check it out. You can also check with your cable distributors, whoever that is. We have Spectrum and Comcast. I'm sure there's some around the nation that we don't necessarily recommend or know about at all because we can't say, hey, we recommend it because we don't use it. I don't know who you are.
We're in Florida.
That's right. We're in Florida. We're in the Sunshine State. So it's a, but by all means, give yourself a little bit of time. Check out Right Before Your Eyes. Absolutely fantastic movie. And a huge shout out to David Vincent Bob.
Maybe a box of tissues next to you.
I would also say that as well for Tears, adult show. Beforeyoureyesfilm.com to learn more about the film. Absolutely. You can go right there and you can learn a lot about that. You got that one. All right, good. So it was so last Tuesday was a lot of fun. We put up an all-original poll because we were at Castledor last Wednesday, which was really great. So last Tuesday we put up a poll at noon. We have another poll going up tomorrow. Is tomorrow in all covers? Is that all covers? Is tomorrow? What are we looking at? Yeah?
Yes, you're right.
I think it is, right?
I'm going to make sure that's accurate.
Yes, this is planned. We're professionals.
Yes,
of course.
So at the last Tuesday of every month, we do an all-original poll. 5 songs written and performed by us.
Yeah.
And you get to vote on 1, 2, 5, any of those. You can
that's true. That's all true. He's not lying.
That was more than 5, but you get the idea.
That was Morse code for
So
you can pick your favorite 2.
At the last Tuesday of every month at noon, all original poll. Every Tuesday at noon, we put up a poll of 5 songs. You get to do the. That was Morse code for please vote every Tuesday at noon. And so then the first Tuesday of every month, we do an all cover poll.
Yeah. Also need your
and then every other week it's covers and originals and covers and originals.
That's true.
Covers and originals.
That's true.
So this coming week, Tuesday at noon, you have a chance to
tomorrow.
vote one more time.
That's right, baby. January 5th.
For your favorite cover that the KitchenKillaz do. We don't write them, but we play them.
We cover them.
Before them. Before them.
Yeah, we toss a little of our own, flavor into it. We kitchen killer it up, if you will. I don't even know what's going to be on the poll tomorrow, but I'm excited. So last week's poll was all originals, and last Wednesday we were at Castledor Studios. A huge shout out to Zach Cabral and Dr. Alyssa Rose. I was really glad that they did the behind the scenes thing. Like Alyssa brought that other camera out, so we had camera to the right, camera to the center, camera to the left, and then Zach went live on his camera as well and did like the studio tour to kind of show everybody.
Were you counting?
Yeah,
4 cameras.
To show everybody
4
of what we see, because like it's hard for you guys to understand the dynamic. The depth of the technology that goes into streaming live from Castledor Studios, because you guys see 2 really good-looking, single, fantastic musicians on a background, and that's it. So we were really excited that Zach went live with that other phone to show you the dynamic and the absolute amazing technology and how hard Zach and Alyssa work every single time we go there to put this whole thing together. And every time we go there, we fill up that time.
We should put together some B-roll from 6 to 7 on Wednesdays.
It's just getting crazy
when we're setting everything up.
That's a great idea. What's up, Shannon? That's a great idea.
We'll do a little video of setup next time.
That's a great idea. And Zach and I
don't really do much.
Yeah. Zach and I are very similar. Like as soon as the show's over, we're like, what can we add? What can we change? This past Wednesday, we had a successful trial of an in-ear monitoring system. The first Wednesday we tried it, it didn't work that well. If the Great Commodore had in-ears, they would have been out-ears. But then last Wednesday, we did rock the in-ears. I had in-ears. We tested it out, and it was fantastic. We got the talkback mic. Next time, he's adding another screen so we can see the comments in real time, which I'm really excited about. So the last Wednesday of the month, you can find us back at Castledor. But this past Wednesday, we had Color Change, which was on the poll, Run With Me, Elevate, Perfect Places, and You Are My Everything. And there was a 3-way tie. Yeah, that's right. Coming in first place, and first place was Color Change, Run With Me, and Elevate, which is fantastic because Color Change is brand new. And I really
say hi to Luke.
What's up, Luke? Lucas Duke. Oh, he's gone.
He's like, don't say hi to me.
Don't say hi to me unless you got food, sucker. So we had Color Change come in at first place with 11. We also had Run With Me coming in at first place at 11. And we had Elevate come in at first place with 11.
11.
That's right, baby. Coming in at second place, we had Perfect Places. At a very, very close third, we had You Are My Everything. Then we did a Flip the Pick 2 times. And we did a little Heathens by 21 Pilots. And we did a little Pop-Tart song by Family Guy. Yeah, You know, Peter Griffin and Glenn Quagmire getting together and writing songs about things they love and taking them on a nation around and playing them in a bus. Fantastic. It was really good. I had a really good time at Castledore. Then we hung around there for a little bit. We just kind of caught up with Zach and Alyssa because it was really good. It was really good seeing them. You know, it was really good hanging out with those guys. We always look forward to going there. Like every time we go there, I feel like it's been ages since we've been there, and I'm just so happy to be in that environment. It's super creative and really supportive, and Zach and Alyssa are fantastic. So if you guys are ever
I can't wait to record there again.
Right? If you guys are, I kind of, if you haven't seen the Patreon post, you got to check it out because I kind of signed us up for something. It happens.
Billy, I'm used to it.
To motivate.
I'm used to it. Are we writing another? Are we playing another album?
Yes. Then
Wait, did you put a date on it?
I did.
I'll have to look at this post. I think it's the date we already discussed.
Yes,
and
it
I
is.
figured you were going to do that
yeah,
anyway.
we already talked about it. Yeah. We
good.
discussed all the stuff. It's no surprises. Yeah, we just did it.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes I agree. So
let's do it.
Yeah,
that's why you messaged me today.
Yeah.
We have to decide right now.
Well, I didn't say songs. I didn't give songs yet, but yes, yeah, I do want to know though because I'm just thinking in my mind I want to get it scheduled so we're like ready to rock and roll.
Well,
Plus, I learned a lot from CD Baby today.
I want to play those 5 songs
a million times.
Yeah,
buddy, 1 million.
And I learned something the last time we recorded.
What's that?
I want to add some things as well.
Ooh, it's always good to get into the studio because you always learn. It's always an educational process.
There's a couple things that I'm going to do different. One, I'm going to play those songs way more before we go in the studio.
Word.
And 2, we're going to add some more vocals.
Yeah, and I'm excited about this first album, man. I'm really stoked. Like it sound to us, and we
you can pre-order it now.
You can pre-order it right now. You can go to iTunes. You can look up KitchenKillaz, all one word. You'll see that there is a pre-order available right now on iTunes for our debut album. So by all means, pick it up. It is at a limited pricing right now while it's in pre-order. As soon as it actually goes live on January 15th, the pricing is going to change. So get your orders in now and save some money because that's what we're all about, baby. 2021. Yeah, getting frugal, putting money in the bank. So yeah, last Thursday was New Year's Eve, which was fantastic. We popped a frozen bottle of champagne on the pool patio, which I didn't think was actually going to pop, but it did, and it flowed nicely. But it wasn't just airy bubbles; it was the actual champagne. So then at the end of the pop and all the fizz, there was not much champagne left. But we had a really good time, and it was nice. It was easy. It was slow motion. It was easy going. Luke and Leia, they don't mind fireworks. Like they seem to be okay with them. Like some dogs do not like fireworks. They seem to be okay with them.
They would not leave our feet.
Well, they do that anyway.
They were just right there.
Yeah.
Now when we're in the backyard, they're like.
Yeah, when we were in the backyard and all the fireworks were going off and it was getting crazy, they're just running around like, look, it's bright lights, fantastic. So it was a
lot of fireworks.
It was a lot of fireworks, dude. Our neighborhood crushed it on the firework game. We don't need to spend any money on fireworks. The only thing we need to spend money on is a ladder to get to the roof so we can watch the fireworks with a better perspective.
That's actually a great idea.
That's the only kind I have.
We're gonna do that.
It's gonna be fantastic.
4th of July, we're getting on the roof.
On the roof. So it was a huge shout out to you guys for joining us last week. Last Thursday, again, New Year's Eve, we celebrated that, rung it into Friday, which was kind of nice and kind of confusing.
Didn't we go live Thursday?
We did go live Thursday, maybe. Why did we go live Thursday?
We were on.
We were Hanging with Web Show. We did the Hanging with Web Show, rocking in the new year.
That's right.
Yeah. Who needs Dick Clark? No one. Who needs Ryan Seacrest?
Out of here.
See you later, buddy. We got to hang out with Sage, GW Pomature, and the cast and crew of Hanging with Web Show, which was really good to see some of them. Some other ones were still angry, and that's okay.
And Tommy T.
Grow up. Oh, yeah, it was really good to see Tommy Turetic, man. My boy. There was another guy there that had a blue shirt on and glasses. He was just rocking out to the music. I really liked that guy. He was off to this side, like right in the middle. Actually, he was like right over here. Then there was another guy right down here with like a black hat on. He was really cool. That was really good. And then there was another guy that was right up here, but I don't recognize him. I think he does some other shows with Hanging with Web Show. And then there was Mark B. Lee, which was right here.
There was another
Garrett
guy.
And Sage were right here.
Right here.
And then there was a Grumpy Gus right down there.
He wasn't having any fun.
No,
so
he wasn't having it. He got out of there.
That's
which is
okay.
Fine, which
That's
is fine.
okay.
We don't need your negativity.
We've only got room for smiles here.
That's right. Only smiles. And people that can get over being a little bitch. So to continue that, it was a fantastic. Thank you guys for inviting us to be a part of the New Year's show. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool. They invited us to play Pop-Tart. We offered to play the #1 original of 2020, which was, what was the number one?
Sunkissed.
Sunkissed. And the #1 cover of 2020, which was
Heathens.
That's right, baby. Then they asked us to play a Kitchen Killaz favorite, which is You Are My Everything. Then we rocked a little Pop-Tart song, and we got out just in the nick of time to step out on the pool patio and celebrate the new year with frozen champagne and fireworks.
That was the fastest we've ever played Pop-Tarts on.
Well, that was you. You're like, hey, we're going to play this really fast. I was like, all right.
That's the fastest you've ever sang Pop-Tart song.
I can do it faster.
All right. Don't say that to me.
We had a really good time with hanging with both
faster.
show managers. That's right. We did have a show on Thursday. That's why it felt so confusing. So we woke up Friday, which we were off,
and
which felt like a Saturday.
It was so
Then we had a
weird.
show that night, which was the first with the Mad Scientist. Absolutely freaking crushed it, man. We went live from the laboratory, ringing in 2021, a brand new year.
The Heroes?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. With the Mad Scientist and Tara Dunkata. Was there, which was really nice. We had a good crew.
And friends.
Yeah, we had some friends hanging out. We had a Seamus and Sharande. Great to see both of them. They were fantastic. And then, so on the menu that night was slow-cooked leg of lamb gyros with a homemade tzatziki sauce, roasted garlic potatoes, a Greek mojito, bye-bye, what's normally in mojito?
Rum.
Bye-bye rum, hello brandy.
There we go.
Yep, and yaratopita, which is a lemon pound cake with Greek yogurt, which looked absolutely fantastic. I didn't get to try that. How was that?
Oh, the dessert.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. It was really good. Dude, I even told Dennis this. That yellow stuff kind of freaked me out.
Yeah.
It looked weird.
The curd.
Yes.
It's lemon curd, which is not even a very attractive name.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's like, it's weird.
Yeah.
And it was very yellow.
Yeah, it was
like,
extremely yellow.
It wasn't like a white creamy yellow.
No.
It was yellow.
Yeah, elota.
What you mean?
Is that yellow in Spanish?
Amarillo.
Yeah, what's elota? I don't know what
I
that
have
means.
no
I know what
idea.
elote is. It's fantastic corn, street corn. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Still hungry.
Corn's yellow.
Corn is yellow.
Not
Manzana.
with all that mayonnaise and cojita on top of it. Whatever.
So,
Anyways,
man, what a fantastic Friday night. I'm glad we had a
we
good
debuted
time.
a new song.
Dude, we debuted a brand new song, which we're about to rock for you guys right
We've been
now
playing
before we
that
chat
for
with my man,
months.
George. That's right, George Finizio, the resident alien. As he is self-proclaimed, but
Yeah,
I will
we're not
say,
aliens.
No. We tried to say
George
that we
is-
were aliens.
George
George
is
is
the
like,
alien
listen,
here.
that's not you. I'm
like,
the guy. And I
"That's
was like,
my
okay.
crown.
Like, listen, you
Back
have
up.
a Time Warner Cable email address, you win. Like, just how that works, man. That's fantastic. That's old school, baby. George is old school. I see the Asus boxes behind him, so he knows what's up too. He knows a thing or two about technology and computers. Don't lie to me, George. I see what's going on here. So it's been a Roger Foster. Good to see you. Lemon anything is pretty good, but curd doesn't sound. It doesn't sound appealing at all, Roger. But absolutely delicious.
It was really good.
Absolutely delicious.
Really good.
Yeah.
The cake was moist. It was nice and firm.
Moist.
It wasn't like, and then
Moist.
and it had powdered sugar on it too.
Yeah.
And the lemon wasn't overpowering.
Yeah.
I always worry about that when lemon is involved.
Oh,
in something sweet.
There's another word.
There's what's the
Oh, we're both searching for words. I found mine. Goulash, which is also not a very. It reminds me of a gulag. Which is like a prison, which is not good. Throw them in the gulag. However, just like curd, like not very, but goulash is delicious, and apparently the lemon curd was fantastic as well. I didn't even get to try it. I didn't even have it.
which
we have
was
some.
a mistake.
We have some in the refrigerator. I'm really
You
excited.
need to try that.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it happen, baby.
It's important.
That's right. We debuted a brand new single on
That
Friday. Come Back
lamb.
to Me on Friday night. A huge shout out to you guys for joining us. If you're a Patreon patron, you've heard that song played before. We've played it and we've tested it and we have auditioned it. And hello, Luke. I want some pets.
We're in the middle of a show, Luke.
That's right. We're okay, buddy. How are you? I love you too. Yes, sir. Yes,
Say,
I
Dad.
know. I know.
Dad, I don't want a
Dad,
haircut.
I want attention.
I don't want a haircut. I want my hair to be long.
I like looking like a rock star and a hippie. Yeah,
Look at him. He
like
looks
George.
like he looks like he's 80-year-old.
What are you doing? He's got these eyebrows, bro. He's
Look
got
at
this
those
crazy.
things.
Look, yeah, Lucas Duke is easy, bud. So yes, on the menu on Friday we had the slow-cooked lamb gyro with tzatziki sauce, roasted garlic potatoes, a Greek mojito, and a moist yaratopika. Yaratopita. Yaratopita.
I don't know.
Yes.
I'm gonna guess that you know how to say that word, and that's correct.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Yep. Yaratopita. Yaratopita. That's what I'm going to say.
We went from Spanish to whatever the hell that is.
It's Greek.
Okay.
It's Greek to me. Freaking crazy, baby. But we had a really good weekend, so thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. We got to kind of kick it on Saturday and Sunday, which was really nice. Saturday, I went to Papa Price's house with some friends. We had some slow-cooked pork shoulder that Lainey and Jeff Lerner had brought with them, and I stopped by to see Slap the Apple. Slap the Apple Barbecue Brothers in the Walmart parking lot in Winter Garden. Slap the Apple. I got an around the world, which was pork loin, brisket, baby back ribs, St. Louis ribs, and barbecue chicken. Absolutely fantastic. They travel, and I've invited them to see if we can make a Friday night happen. So we open both gates, we get the trailer out of the way, we pull the smoker into the backyard, and we rock.
That sounds like a great
And the food
idea.
was awesome, man. So
I had some of it.
Yeah.
I had some of the pork tenderloin.
Oh,
I had some of the grilled
yes,
chicken, and I had some
yes,
of the.
very good.
What else did I have? I forget.
Oh, some sausage. I think you did some of the chorizo, which was nice and spicy, dude. That had a kick to it.
I love it when it has a kick.
That had a kick to it, baby.
Like
it was
not
really
too
good.
much of a kick where I can't keep eating it.
Yeah.
But like
enough of a kick, you know it's there.
It's in there.
Oh, you're well aware.
So good.
So we had a good weekend, man. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We most certainly appreciate it. A huge shout out to Dennis, the mad scientist from Maryland, Cutter, for hosting us on Friday night. Him and the great and amazing Tara Dunn Cutter as well. Fantastic menu. I wanted to touch base with Tara because they had their Dunn Christmas this past weekend, and Tara and her brother always go crazy with the presents.
The present.
And they wrap it up, and I think, would she say she used 40 yards of duct tape? 40 yards of duct tape to wrap this dude's present.
Spin it and have duct tape. No. She
it's like
weaved
it's like weaved and intermixed. It's crazy, man. It's like a puzzle to take that thing apart.
Like have fun.
I'm wondering who won.
You must really want that.
Oh yeah, I'm wondering who, and it better be a damn good present.
Halfway done, I'm like, you know what? I don't even want this.
Done. I'm gonna burn it. I'm out.
Hope
so
you
it was
didn't spend any money on that.
It was a good weekend, man. And thank you guys so much for joining us. This Friday, we are headed to see our good friends Hanging with Web Show to celebrate a little bit of an early Cosplay Michael birthday. We're going to be hanging out with GW Pomacher, Sage, Dina, Steven, who picks up heavy things and puts them back down, and then Cosplay Michael as well. What's up, JD Wheeler? Happy New Year, my man. So without further ado, we got one more jam to play. We have actually only one jam to Luke is so demanding. Like I stopped petting.
He's very needy right now.
Give me the pets,
He's
bro.
being very needy right now.
Give me the pets. So we got one jam to play. Then we're going to be chatting with our good friend George, who is in the green room eating all the M&Ms and smashing all the windows like a crazy rock star he is. We heard about him. I read about him on the internet, and you know if it's on the internet,
he's a crazy alien rock star who likes to eat M&Ms. He only likes the blue ones.
Only the blue ones. I like the green ones, which is good because I don't have to worry about him eating my M&Ms. He's kind of a crazy guy.
He's the reason that they introduced blue M&Ms because they only had them on his planet.
Yeah, that's right.
And when he came here,
he brought them.
He brought the blue
with
him.
him.
He's like, "Yo, you can do this."
You guys are
and they're
missing
like,
the blue. What? George the alien making shit happen.
Blue M&Ms.
Baby. That's right.
Boom.
M&M would not be what M&M is without George. That's the truth.
So when he said
you can look
he
it up
only
online,
wants
that's
blue
not true.
M&Ms, they're like, you deserve that.
That's absolutely true. That's actually how I got my blue guitar, man. It's all about the alien George Finizio. Finizio. What a fantastic name. I love it.
I like saying it.
I know, right? It is fun to say. I don't even know if we're putting the right accent on it, but it's still fun. It's an enjoyable accent to put on there. Finizio. Something like that. Don't trash the green room, George. Right, Alfred. What up, Lisa Baker? Good to see you, love. Oh, by the way, Lisa Baker, I loved your graphic for your show on Sunday. That was really, really pretty. That was really good. Congratulations. And if you guys have a moment, follow Lisa Baker, follow Matt McIver, follow Terry McIver, follow Colin. Follow all these pimps and players, baby, because they're really fantastic creators and musicians, and we're really blessed to have them as a part of our daily life. All that good stuff. So we have a cover poll going up tomorrow at noon. We have the show on Wednesday at 7:05, which is going to be the poll results show. We have a Patreon private practice on Thursday for our show on Friday, which we will be rocking with Hanging with Web Show. This Saturday is the 9th. I think we actually have off on the 9th. It's going to be nice. I think I'm going to drive my car around Central Florida, listening to some music and thinking about life.
I'll be in St. Pete.
I haven't driven for a while. Have you ever just driven to drive? Like you just put on some music, put the windows down, and just drive around and love it? Oh, one of my favorite things to do.
No. I was about to say something, but not in a while.
What's up, Matt McIver? Follow that dude.
Not since I lived in Brandon, actually.
Yeah.
When I lived in Brandon, I lived right off of 75.
Gotcha.
And I would
Yeah.
roll one up and just head on to 75 and just take a little drive.
Just drive and chill.
Yep.
Enjoy it, man.
Yep. It was super awesome. I don't do that anymore, though. It's so sad.
Yeah, I'm going to go see two of my friends by the beach, hang out with them for a little bit, have some dinner, make some memories, all that other good stuff. It's going to be a nice Saturday. I hope you guys are looking forward to a fantastic Saturday as well. I know I am. Yeah, so let's do this, baby. Let's make sure we're good. Yep. A little bit of that. Little bit of that, a little bit of Mardi Gras in my life. All right, baby. This is called Come Back to Me. This is the brand new one from KitchenKillaz. I hope you guys dig it. If you don't, it's Matt McIver's fault, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Here we go. Come back to me, leave it all behind. Come with me and find some peace. Fall back to me, yeah. Forgive me for my sins. Let's let each other in and see. Won't you fall to me? Won't you set my spirit free? Because there's no place I would rather be. Please fall to me. Won't you shock this heart and heart alive to be? Won't you come back to me? Crawl into my life, run into the night with me. Walk back to me, yeah. Let go of that line. Dive into the night and see. Won't you fall to me? Won't you shock this heart and heart alive to be? Won't you fall to me? Won't you set my spirit free? Because there's no place I would rather be. The beauty that could be a part of this new love, a brand new start, a way for us to turn a page and leave the past behind. Just take my hand, let's make a stand and burn a fire to light this land. Build a house from loving blocks, oh life. And we will see we're meant to be and stand against the tragedy. The right to life without you by my side. A love, a light, a ring, a fire to burn that doubt inside our minds. A scene from stars from way beyond our skies. Come back to me. Come back to me, leave it all behind. Come with me and find some peace. Roll back to me, yeah. Forgive me for my sins. Let's let each other in and see. Won't you fall to me? Won't you set my spirit free? Because there's no place I would rather be. Please fall to me. Won't you shock this heart and heart alive to be? Won't you come back to me? Yeah.
All right.
Well done. Hello, hello, everybody. And thank you guys for joining us. My name is Billy Floyd, and that is
The Commodore.
That's right, baby. And tonight we are hanging out with our very good friend, resident alien himself, George Finizio. We're excited to bring him on. Give me just a moment. Let me do one of these. George! Shelley!
George is still there?
George, oh yeah, George is in here, baby. George is ready to rock and roll. We're going to bring him in right now.
George.
Oh, yeah. What's up, George? Good to see you again, sir. You still look as sexy as you did the first time we met.
No, I'm working on that. Hey, you guys sounded wonderful. Bravo, as a matter of fact.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, George. I appreciate it, my man.
Mited, so apparently the mic knew I was coming.
Yeah.
Oh, George.
So George, fantastic to see you, sir. I'm glad we got everything worked out, and wanted to chat a little bit about, because in our research of who George is, we found out that you have been a creator for a very long time. You've been a writer and a producer and a player of multiple types of instruments, and you have records and albums and music spanning the decades, sir. So thank you so much for joining us, and we just kind of wanted to say hello and thank you for breaking off a little piece of your time and sharing it with us tonight. The Commodore and I have come up with some fantastic questions. I know you had said one of the questions you had in the kitchen, which was fantastic. I was like, hey, do you have any questions? You're like, oh, I got a good question for George. And I was like, sweet, man. So thank you so much for joining us, George. If you would take a second and kind of introduce yourself to the community, let them know a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Sure. Well, my name is George Finizio, and you're doing excellent with the pronunciation, because a lot of people have trouble with it. As you pointed out, yeah, I've been in the biz a while, and I started out, believe it or not, around 1968, and actually been at music ever since then. What I did for a lot of years, I know I've told the story a few times, but it bears repeating. My dad, and actually he did me a favor, even though I'm not ragging on my dad. I love my dad. But at the time, he was trying to discourage me from music, saying that the work is unsteady and just very difficult work, very hard life. And so it was like he was doing everything to kind of discourage me. And for whatever reason, I just really fell in love with music, and it was an infatuation, and it's been that way ever since I was a teenager. So I worked with bands a lot, and that started kind of like in the late 60s, worked very steady with bands. And for about 30 years, off and on, mostly on, I was working steady as a solo, as what you might call a strong solo. And did that for a long time. And so the top priority for me was working, because of that fear that my dad had put in me when I was a kid. And fortunately, I did work a lot. I'd work usually between 4 and sometimes even 7 nights a week. Wow. Fortunately, there were quite a few venues to play out in California. And I lived in a motorhome for about 6 years, traveling from gig to gig to make sure that, there were opportunities there when maybe it was dry in one area, it'd be open in another. That motorhome's a story all in itself, because they got very, very expensive. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you gentlemen ever heard or seen the movie, what is it, Little Shop of Horrors?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Well, for whatever reason, when I was sleeping in the middle of the night, say in a motorhome park or wherever, sometimes it was right outside the restaurant. I could swear I was going to hear a voice in the middle of the night that was going to say, "Feed me money." Because, boy, those things were expensive.
Yeah.
And so, I lived in them for a year, actually about 6 years, and then finally just got tired of, funneling money into it. And so I commuted for a while, but I played quite a few different areas, Palm Springs, Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage, and the beach quite a bit. I played the South Bay, worked in Manhattan Beach, worked at a gig in Redondo for about 6 years, almost 6 years. And let's see, fortunately, I had a lot of steady gigs. And so that part, I was very blessed with, to be honest, and worked as a strong single. I was with bands, say from, late 60s to about the mid 70s. And then from the mid 70s, pretty much doing, a solo. And so that was my shtick for quite a while. And it kept me busy, kept me working. By the way, I do want to say real quick, the PC failed, the phone failed, the Samsung, but the iPad did the job. So the iPad,
stick with the reliable.
And it was the iPad that did it. So
nice. That's awesome.
So, something to say for the Mac folks and the Apple people.
Well, I would imagine the breadth of your career, you've seen a lot of changes happen in the music industry itself, not only in the style of music, how it's written and produced, but regarding to labels and agreements and contracts. And now with the ability to stream live, to stream like this, to be able to use StreamYard, to stream to multi-platforms at the same time. Like, I would imagine that is quite a change and an evolution that you've seen in just the music industry alone from your perspective, to watch it go from the 70s all the way to 2021, and how much the music industry has evolved and grown and changed. Would you say that the evolution and I'd say the migration to more of a software platform performance where everything is more internet based, do you think that has been an overall good thing for the music industry itself, for creativity, for performance, or do you think it's kind of taken away a little bit of the heart and soul of rock and roll in the music industry? How do you feel about that evolution?
Not really, and that's a good point, because music has, as a lot of things have been revolutionized with the computer revolution period, to borrow on that word. But I used to have like just tons of gear. I mean, I would just have like 3 huge racks of synthesizers, and after a while, it got to be a problem. I mean, it was a burden, and so. After a while, the software stuff really came in very handy, because you could wind up getting like a warehouse of equipment, basically with software in a virtual small space. I mean, I used to have like a huge room, and it would just, but I've really condensed down quite a bit to, just a few instruments. And so anyway, that's the beauty of the software, is that whatever little digital space it takes on a computer, and actually that's a kind of a misnomer, because some of the samples are huge. I mean, they're very big by some of the companies, and there are a lot of fine companies out there. Probably all know me by now, or my credit card anyway. But yeah, I invested.
Me and Sweetwater have a good arrangement.
Actually, I haven't done a lot with them, but a lot of the software companies I have, and they seem like really fine people. So yeah, they're out there, and they're apparently doing very well, and hats off and kudos to them.
Absolutely. It's been really interesting to see how we've been able to take technology, like you said, like this huge room with all of this equipment and all of these amplifiers and racks and arrays, and we've been able to combine it and condense it down into small little tiny solutions, where I used to have to carry like 116 and 2 4x10s with a huge rack on top of that to play bass, and then I turned that into a Mark III, which is about the size of a small laptop. And it condensed my entire power rig into one small thing I can carry in a laptop case with a 4x10 hardkey stack, and I was done. That's all I needed to do. And then if you take that and you combine that with everything else, you're reducing your guitars, you're reducing your speakers, like the Bose system that we have.
But
fantastic.
They say the heart of rock and roll is still beating.
Oh, hell,
and from
yeah.
what I've seen, I believe them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, man. Like, I really liked the fact that we've been able to kind of truncate a lot of the technology from the huge stuff to the smaller solutions that make it so much easier to travel. It's really, really, really nice. And then, like you said, with the software, like, you're able to take everything that you would use all of these processors for, and you're able to put it into software. You just install it as a plugin.
Now, the instrumentation, I get that, having all that stuff condensed down into little things. But you know what I miss? I miss a whole band going into the studio and recording an album as a band, like live,
like
just
at the same time.
Right, everybody,
like one cut,
play, and they record it.
That's old school right there, baby.
That's old. That's
right.
talent.
That's right.
That
from the
like
days
not,
of Elvis, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, Elvis, Johnny Cash. Like, I mean, you're that's a little bit Jerry Lee Lewis right there. That's how that's how they did it back then, man.
And it's the same thing that I like about live performances, is like that just like, it's not perfect,
right?
But you get that little it feels more authentic, like it's coming from an actual person.
Sure,
when
absolutely.
you got that, just like this, that little wiggle room, and you hear like the live aspect of it. Because I mean, I don't know, I miss that.
Yeah, and there is a bit of a societal demand for the song to be perfect, like for everything to be absolutely flawless. But then there's like there's another sect of people that I think really appreciate the value of that the heart, the feeling of it's not going to be perfect. Like, I don't know how many times we've played Walking Man or You Are My Everything, but has it ever been perfect? No. Has it ever been the same? No. Like, it's always a little bit different here and there, and I think a big part of that like natural feel that you're talking about is kind of like the fingerprint that an individual does when they're together as a band. They're playing it all in one take. Like, let's rock this all together. Now it's layer after layer after layer. You're doing 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 layers, on top of guitars, on top of vocals, on top of processes, which I like, and because that alone, I think, is another symbol of being an artist, to be able to create that. But to be able to sit down and take a song and break it all the way down to its acoustic heart and just listen to it with no processors, no vocal changing, nothing like that, to play it all together in time as a band, like that right there is some magic right there.
I love it.
Yeah, I hear you.
So
That's
George,
true.
this brings me to my first question.
Sure.
Question number 1.
Okay.
Number 1.
I see that you've got an album on Apple Music, and I was just wondering, what was your favorite part about being in the studio and recording that album?
Are you talking about the Something That Is Deep Inside
Something
album?
that is deep inside.
Yeah.
Tell me about recording that.
An excellent question. I hope I have an excellent answer. Now the pressure is on. The thing that was really kind of fun about that, some of that was done actually in a studio. What happened here?
No, that's you, baby. We're
see.
good.
Okay, there we go.
We're talking about you. That's you on the screen. That sexy guy right there.
From your mouth to the world. Anyway, there were a number of things with that. Some of that was done in the studio, and some of that was done basically live in a studio with an extraordinarily talented friend. Actually, the two friends that were on there, they're both exceptional. And what I wanted to do when I came out with the first album was I wanted two people that I really thought were special friends that I knew and had worked in bands with and had a lot of respect for. So I'm saying, okay, if this is my first album, I'd like to have, these two friends on it. And those two friends were John Jorgensen and Gary Frisbee, both exceptional talents. John will amaze you. I mean, he's like an all-universe musician, and he plays so many instruments so well, it will scare you. I mean, he's just that good. And my friend Gary is just a phenomenal talent. He is uncanny when it comes to hearing parts and parts that work and parts that fit. And there was a kind of a magic when we worked together. John and I kind of worked in his studio in the early days, and we did say some of the early tracks there, like A Place in the Sun. That one, thank God, has done very well on the internet, on internet radio. And then the other tracks from that were I've Been a Rainbow For You, did that one with John also. And then, let's see, I'm going brain dead here. I'm trying to think of the other tracks that Je T'aime, I Love You. We did that one also, the song, the English song with the French flavor to it, or vice versa, however your perspective might be. And there's one other that, I should have stayed in bed today. I'm
Amen.
glad I didn't, because then I'd be missing this interview with you fine gentlemen. So,
did John and Gary do any writing on the album or just performing?
Gary had a song, actually, the Christmas song, I Remember Christmas, a beautiful song. And the thing that was so cool about those two Christmas songs is that we were like studio musicians for each other. And we really worked hard on those projects. And the same thing with Say It's Over Now, which Gary and I did, and we were doing a lot of writing on that. And those have just done, thank God, they've done very well on the internet and have been played a lot. And so I feel great about that. And kudos to Gary and kudos to John, because they're both phenomenal talents. Me, but those two guys, those two guys are great. And I felt really blessed to have them on the CD, and grateful for their contributions, because they were many, and we all work together. It's funny how you get a kind of synergy in the studio when you're working with other people, and this is one of the things that I kind of had when I was working as a solo, but there are pluses and minuses both ways. I mean, you do a strong solo and yeah, you can work a lot and you can work steady, whereas it can be difficult for bands to. Now I can't speak to Florida because I've never been to Florida, but I hear wonderful things about it.
Florida's pretty awesome, man.
I'll bet it is, and I've heard great things about it. But I work pretty steady out in Southern California. It's been a while since I've done that. There was a lady I was with for quite a while, and she started having health issues. So, you know, I was taking care of her for a long time, and sadly, she passed away last March. So that's right when COVID started hitting. So,
yeah,
you know, the world got hit with COVID. I got hit with the lady passing away, sadly.
A little heartbreak and COVID.
Very much. She and I met in 1992 in Manhattan Beach at a place called the Seafair, which I worked at for about 2.5 years. I was doing 5 nights a week there, 2 for a while, and then they offered me 5, and I did 5 for quite some time, about 2.5 years, something like that. So.
Heck yeah, man, that's awesome.
Well, kept me out of mischief, and it takes a lot to keep me out of mischief. So.
Amen. Me and you are cut from the same cloth, George. I wanted to.
I want brothers, right?
Yeah, that's right, man. That's right. We're probably both aliens too. I wanted to see now. Looking at this album right here, it looks like you got a couple popular songs. Would it be okay if we played one of these songs on the show for everyone?
I'd be honored if you would, and I
absolutely.
Let me say right up front, thank you for having me on. You do a wonderful job here. You did a marvelous job with the performance you did on your original song. And I thank you for having me on today. I'm sorry for all the issues earlier. But
no problem.
We were able to work through I was able to work through those. And
yeah.
the iPad saved the day today.
That's right, baby. The Commodore and I don't give up. Just like you, George. We just keep on popping, baby. We make it happen. So of these songs, what's the first song that pops to the top that you would like to that we could play?
The phone is ringing here. Oh, wait a minute here.
You're a popular guy. Do what you need to, George.
Well, not as popular as you guys.
My phone ain't ringing.
I get these I get these calls from potential fraud. See, and that was just that last phone call. But I'm going to have to work hard to keep up with you guys. You both do wonderful work. Anyhow, yeah, sorry about the distraction. What was the question again? My apologies.
No problem. Of the songs on the album, what would you what is your favorite? What would you like to hear? And I'd like to talk about it too. See if we can get a little behind the scenes on what this song is about and where it kind of comes from.
That's a tough question because it's an excellent question, but it's also a tough one for me. And the reason being, by the way, I'm holding the iPad. I mean, here I had all kinds of plans. And I'm holding the iPad, so I apologize for the,
It's okay. I feel like it's a little Blair Witch Project, a little Cloverfield action.
That explains it perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I listened to a couple of the songs before, and I mean, it's hard to choose. Like I listened to "It's Over Now" right away. I listened to I've been a Rainbow Over You, which was really good. I did not listen to the "Je t'aime, I Love You." I did not listen to that one.
Right.
I did listen to "Soft Light, Sweet Music" and "Satin Sheets." That was very sexy. But what would you like to start with, George? Because you don't pick one, I'm going to pick one.
If you heard one that you liked, I'll keep my fingers crossed that you did. Then I'd say go ahead and go with that, and we can talk about it. If you want, I can go off on a tangent because I'm very talented at that.
I like this guy. Fantastic. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play "I've Been a Rainbow Over You" if that's all right.
Sure.
Nice, my man. And then at the end of the song, if it's okay if we do a little wrap up and hear a little bit about what the song's about, that'd be great.
Sure.
Awesome, my man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next song that you hear, hopefully, will be I've Been a Rainbow Over You by George Finizio. Or not. I heard it for a second. Did you hear that? It was like, yeah, here you go. And then we're done. Let's see.
It's the Alien Connection.
Oh, I thought that was the track. I was like, well, that's fantastic. Well, let's see what we got here.
Try the little circle guy you were about to hit.
This little guy, what? This little guy right here? What little guy right
No,
there?
the refresh.
Oh, a little refresh right here. We're going to do a refresh on StreamYard. We've never actually refreshed one in real time. We're going to find out. I wonder if Apple's like, no, you cannot stream this music.
You may not do that.
We're going to stop you from doing it.
Let's hope Murphy is not contagious.
I awoke to meet the gray and windy morning, so I looked into the mirror and saw blue. My red and empty eyes soaking yellow colored lines. As my thoughts turned green, I started seeing you. Having looked at all the sunny days you gave me, I had always thought that love would keep me warm. As the sunshine turned to rain, should I dry myself again? I don't think that I could face another storm. But the skies have cleared and the wind is new now. Tell me, what am I supposed to do? I've been a rainbow over you. I'll be looking for a ray of sun to help me through. Is it time to go and find it somewhere else? Or will it come from you? All the skies are cleared and the wind is new now. Tell me, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I've been a rainbow over you. Through the mist I found a weary mind that's clearing from the storm that it was seeding yesterday. And the colors left behind had almost made me blind. But I think the time is fading them away. 'Cause the skies are cleared and the wind is new now. Tell me, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? I have been a rainbow over you. Gotta dry all this pain inside, raining over you every night. Gotta dry all this pain inside, raining over you every night.
Thank you.
That was awesome. Nice, dude.
Nice.
Dude,
Thank
that was man, I listened to it at work today, but I didn't have like my headphones on. And I was like, what is that? That was crazy. Dude, that was so good, George. Thank you so much for hanging out, man. And that sounded really freaking awesome, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome to be with you, gentlemen, today. I'm trying to make sure my finger doesn't cover the camera here.
No, yeah, you're too good looking, man. Somebody's got to bring the sexy to the show, my man. Somebody's got to do it. But that
I
was
think
a
you guys cornered the market there.
That was what a great song. I listened to that today. That was one of the first ones that I saw, and I was like, I just love the title. I was like, let me listen to this, man. Like the harmonies were really good, the build-up was really good, the breakdown was really good, and then at the end, like the little storm with the rain and the thunder and the wind, kind of like how you kind of brought that in at the end, and then the music faded out, and then you faded out the environment. It was fantastic, George.
Thank you, sir. John and I were pretty well working nose to nose on that, and I mean, I wrote the song, but John, phenomenal musician. I mean, he's an all universe talent in my book. He's incredible, and deserves every bit of success. I mean, he was a monster a long time ago, and still is today, as is my friend Gary. I mean, their ideas are just phenomenal, and this is some of the magic that you get to enjoy in working, with other musicians. And in a way, I mean, there are pluses and minuses of working, with bands. That one, by the way, was kind of a combo country pop song, and I did many styles, working in many restaurants. It just kind of depended on what was needed at the time, or the venue. And so it's like I had a song list and things that I worked from, but a lot of times, I'd work off of just maybe what the audience mood or something like that.
The crowd.
So,
yep.
I remember there was a gig that I was working in Santa Monica once, and one of the maitre d's asked, he goes, "Oh, what are you going to play tonight? We want to know, because the big night, it was New Year's Eve. They want to know for the restaurant, and the waiters, of course, were expecting a big night, big tip night." And he probably didn't like my answer. I said, I really have no idea.
And you got to play the crowd, baby.
Exactly. And so that's the way I worked when I was working live, and live is a different animal altogether than, say, the studio. But what was so fun about that song was that, and John was brilliant on that, as he is with everything. The song was kind of inspired from a relative that I did not have a great experience with, but as we learn and go through this journey in life, one of my favorite terms is eternal student, that I borrowed and adopted from Luciano Pavarotti, and he called himself the eternal student. And I think of myself that way also, because like it or not, we're in a living universe, and we're going to keep learning. Well, hopefully we do. And there's just so much to learn. You can never learn at all. And so that's kind of like what keeps life interesting for me, just the challenge of I'm trying to compete with myself. I want to try and be a better version of me, say the next day, tomorrow, than say I was today, if there's any way to do that. So I'm and there's always room for improvement. I mean, I don't mean to make that sound the wrong way.
No, you're talking to the right guys, man. We understand exactly where you're coming from, 100%, my dude.
We buy into that
sure.
ideal, 100%. Yeah.
It's boggling. It will boggle your mind, because you could spend a lifetime. Honestly, you could spend a lifetime being a songwriter. You could spend a lifetime being a musician. You could spend a lifetime trying to be a singer, a writer, an artist, you name, recording artist, engineer. And crazy as I am, I try and do a lot of those things. And so I'm constantly learning at it, but that's what keeps life interesting. COVID has really messed with a lot of people, and I see friends that have been crying, and they're depressed because they can't go out with their friends. And understandably, for a lot of people, it was a major adjustment. One of the blessings that I had with a lady that I took care of for a long time, which was Lita, and like I say, sadly, she passed away middle of March this past year, and she and I were together since 1992. So that was a huge
wow, that's a long
change.
time, George.
Yeah, exactly. But taking care of her, that I really, really did enjoy doing that. And so I was planning on doing that anyway, but it's like COVID really hit middle of March, right when she passed away. So it wasn't that much of a change for me, because that was the kind of lifestyle I had with this lady anyway.
Right.
I know the world has gone through a massive adjustment with it, and understandably.
Absolutely.
But, honestly, I find that there are plenty of things in life to keep involved with and and to keep you interested, you just have to change your direction a little bit. With me, there was not much direction to change because I'd always had that type of focus anyway with music. You know, I want to get better myself every day. And like I said, I'm competing with myself. So, you know, I have ideas in mind that I think, because I've been listening to pop songs ever since I was a kid. And then there was also a huge part of my background where I got some classical training. And I kind of came at a crossroads where one of my teachers, who was a professor of music, very fabulous teacher. I had two great ones. One was Russell Baldwin. He was a professor at Valley College, phenomenal piano teacher. And then another one was Ken Berry, who was a fabulous pop player. And I learned from both of them. The time came when, you know, because I just loved the classical music and I loved the pop music. I loved it all. And it drives you crazy because you could spend a lifetime at any one of them. And I had a teacher tell me, I know I've told the story a few times, but it's absolutely true. And as a matter of fact, it was Russell Baldwin who told me this. And he told me this, we were sitting in his studio, which I had many, many hours. And I studied a lot with him. I learned a lot from that man. And he said, you could play from the time you were born until the time you died. He goes, if you play it just steady, you could never play all the classical music that was ever written.
Wow.
So, okay, if
Wow.
you stand no chance of playing, and that was like in 1970. So imagine all the new music that has been written since that time.
For some odd reason, I thought that was only 30 years ago, but it was 50. Now I feel old.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I give my age away a little bit.
I was like 1970. That wasn't that long ago.
You know, it's funny because it doesn't seem that long ago.
No, it doesn't.
Crazy part about it is after a while, life gets to be a blur. And, you know, I mean, I know you gentlemen look very young to me, and you know, God bless you for that. The thing that's crazy about life, though, is after a while, you say, where did it all go? It all went so fast.
Just blink your eyes, man.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah,
Goes by quick.
So anyhow, I hope I've answered that question.
You did. You did. I know the Commodore had a question as well. So I'm excited to hear this.
Well, I wanted to comment on what you said about learning and growing and constantly like evolving and comparing yourself not to anybody else but only to yourself and only trying to be a better version of yourself.
Right.
And you can play music or play a specific style your entire life and never get any better at it. You can also learn something new every day and continually evolve and continually grow and get better and better and better and better and better every single day. You can do both of those things.
Right.
But it's just that one little thing that you learn every single day, that one little tweak, that one little just bump it up just a little bit that that will put you in a completely different seat, you know, a year, 5 years, 10 years down the road.
Right.
Whereas like if you don't have that little bit of push or you don't try to evolve or grow or go anywhere further, you could play piano forever and never get any better.
Yeah, I was watching a documentary with Victor Wooten, a fantastic musician and absolutely incredible bassist, and he was giving a class. He used to travel around and give a lot of classes on musicianship, and he said, I had this young man that came up to me and he said, Victor, I love what you're doing. I'd really like to be able to do what you do. What type of music do you recommend I listen to? And he said, well, I definitely recommend that you listen to the music that you like. But even higher than that, I recommend that you specifically listen to the music that you don't like. Because in all types of music, you'll find something beautiful. You'll find something amazing and you'll learn something brand new, especially when you listen to music that you don't particularly enjoy. And I thought that was really cool. And that kind of like, then this is probably maybe 98, 99 when I was kind of watching and learning all this stuff. And at the time, I was much more into like rock. I really wasn't into country. I was a little bit into R&B and hip hop, but I was really into rock. But just hearing that one thing, I was like, you know what? let me just start saying yes to everybody that's like, hey man, we had like a share folder at school. This is before like firewalls and stuff, where you can just share all of this Napster downloaded illegal music with the entire campus, and it was absolutely fantastic. It was like a free range Toys R Us of free music. So I was like, man, so we could jump into all these shared files, and I just started to download like all this country music and all this rap music and polka music and all this different music that I really never would have been like, let me listen to that. Let me specifically listen to this. Then I just put it all into Winamp, which was my MP3 player, and I hit shuffle. And then I never knew what style it was going to be, but it was always something new. And some of it, well, I was like, this is actually not bad. Some of it, I was like, this is really terrible. Like,
is that why you never said anything when I played Zach Brown Band for like a year straight?
Yeah, listen to whatever, man. But I think that, and you bring up a really good point, both the Commodore and you do as well, George, like moving and grooving, trying to be a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, trying to be a more open-minded version of myself than I was yesterday. And even as open-minded as I feel I am today, tomorrow I can still be a little bit more open-minded. Like, we don't realize sometimes that we're closed off to the things we're closed off to because we don't even know that they're there to be closed off to. You know, so it's like, if we can kind of get through that inception of close-offedness and kind of break through and say, okay, let's start with an open mind. To start with an open mind, or to start as a beginner's mind. What you said before, George, about always being a student. If we're always a student, there's so much to learn. It's not possible for us to learn all the stuff. So I always like going into the situations with a beginner's mind. Let's wipe everything out that I believe I know to be true, and let's start absolutely fresh and see what I can learn now. You know, which has always been very interesting and one hell of a journey. It can be overwhelming at sometimes, but it really is a lot of fun, especially to approach art like that. Just music and performance art and artwork and all these different types of expression and styles, to be able to kind of take in not only the stuff that we enjoy that's visibly pleasing or audibly pleasing, but to try to understand the idea behind music we may not particularly like, or artwork we may not particularly be drawn to, because there's most certainly a message there, there's emotion there, there's something that the artist is trying to convey, you know, and if we kind of open up our minds to that, we'll realize how, like you said, how beautiful of a world this is. And you can play music from the day you're born to the day you die and not even play all the classical music that's been written, and that was 50 years ago.
Just classical music.
Just classical.
That doesn't include any of the other styles.
Oh, it's crazy.
See, you got it right.
Man, so I wanted to see if we wanted to, because we want to wrap up here in a second, George. I'll talk to you all night long, my man. But two of us aliens, we'll talk all day. But Commodore, do you want to pick a song off the album that you'd like to hear, that you'd like to listen to, something that rings your bell? Sir?
I want to go with Jose's request. I think he was.
Is that in here? I don't see that on.
The Professor of the Blues.
The professor. This one right here. He said that's his favorite song, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one I did all by myself.
That's one you did all by yourself?
I did that all myself.
Oh, first of all, Carlos Trujillo, great to see you, my dude. Carlos, a fan. George, there are some fantastic creators and musicians in here. Carlos Trujillo, Lisa Baker, Brett, a fantastic artist in his own, Jose Alvaro, Matt McIver. There's some fantastic people and a lot of amazing creators. Shelley Wheeler, fantastic writer. Thomas Carter Rochester, fantastic writer and performer as well. Like, this entire community right now is just absolutely packed with incredible people. So thank you guys for joining us. We're talking with my man George, our resident blue M&M'd alien. We're about to rock and roll. Jose's favorite song, which you said was The Professor of the Blues.
Yeah.
Nice, my man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hopefully Apple's going to be nice to us, and it's going to allow us to actually play this one this time. Come on, Apple. Work with me, buddy. The next song you should hear is Professor of the Blues. Here we go.
Here we go.
Come on, Apple. Be nice. Oh, this sounds groovy, baby.
down. I try to wear a smile, but it turns into a frown. I get one time it abused. I try hard not to lose all the love and the news. I'm a professor of the blues. I try to go on, I want to be set free, but the same old thing keeps on happening to me. I get used, one headed and abused. I try hard not to lose all that I've learned and used. The professor of the blues. I try so hard just to shed this stain, but I'm learning to believe everything will be the same. I get used, one-sided and abused. I try hard not to lose all that I've learned and used. The professor of the blues. The professor of the blues. I'm the professor of the blues. The professor of the blues.
Yeah, baby. That was
Groovy
man,
jam.
That was super groovy, baby. I love it.
Thank
That
you.
was awesome.
Luke keeps trying to get closer to the headphones. He's like, I want to hear it too.
I want to hear it.
too."
I want to hear it, Uncle Commodore. That's awesome, man. Dude, George, thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. It was really great for you to share some of your ideas and your music with us and just your intellect and your experience. Like, man, it was really great to talk to you tonight. And thank you so much for spending some time with us.
Thank you for having me. It was definitely an honor to be with you today. I'm glad we were able to work through the technical issues, and hats off to Apple for saving the day today.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
Yeah.
So, George, what do you have coming up in your near future, my man? What can we look forward to?
Well, I just released a little while ago a song called The Magic of You. Actually, I released that earlier, but I redid a version of that. And I've had a number of other ones that actually I'm envisioning, and fortunately they're doing well on radio as well. I mean, internet radio. And been getting a lot of play. There's another song that's kind of a bluesy, what is it? Lita called it a jitterbug, a bluesy jitterbug. But then there was another one called The Magic of You, which is actually the most recent one that I just re-released. And I have other songs too that there's more stuff down the road and down the pike, as they say. So.
Yeah, I'm watching this guy and I'm listening to him just rock the piano. Just on that, like the professor of the blues, just killing that, tickling the ivories, baby.
Your fingers were flying.
Tickling the ivories, baby.
Ever so accurately.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, there's you have a video up on your YouTube, and actually, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab George's YouTube channel. And I'm going to see if I can pop that up there because he's got some fantastic music on here, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a lot of live stuff, and he does some alternative versions as well. There's an alternative version of Professor of the Blues that's up there it's a fantastic visual. It's really, really great. He's just there rocking the piano, dude, killing it.
Live solo.
I love it, man. That is so awesome, George. Thank you again so much for spending some time with us, man. And next time you have something that you'd like to share, we always would love to have you back on. The door's open all the time. Just let us know if you have something to share. We'll probably reach out to you probably in like maybe 6 months or maybe 12 months and see if we can grab you back and see what the great and magical blue M&M'd alien is up to. Which I'm really excited about. Congratulations on the new name, by the way. I really like that.
It's kind of fitting. He likes blue M&Ms.
He does.
Professor of the blues.
The Professor of the Blues. I see what's going on here.
Yep.
I see what's going on here.
Nailed it.
Man, that is
coming in here.
Yeah. And it's and one of the things that I definitely always want, I hope that musicians and creators and artists and speakers understand is you'll never truly know the number of people that you inspire and move, ever. You'll never truly know. You never have 100% of the people that you move and inspire reach out to you and say, hey, thank you for what you've done, George. You've inspired me to be a better musician or a better writer. You've made me fall in love with the blues again. So always, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a creator out there putting your love and putting your expression into the world, please understand that you are always going to motivate more people than you will ever imagine. So don't think that what you're doing is falling on deaf ears, because it absolutely is not. And you never know that one person that's listening at that perfect time, and you could change their entire life with something that you're doing. So write it, put it out there.
And if you are an artist, musician, creator, put it out there. Share it. If you're not sharing it, nobody can be inspired.
It doesn't have to be perfect. And that's one of the things I learned from software, released often and early. It doesn't have to be absolutely flawless to put out there. If you wait for it to be perfect, you'll be waiting forever. I think, there's songs that the Commodore and I have been playing over the last 3 years. There's songs that I've played over the last 20 years, and they always change. They always evolve. They always grow. Little tiny things as you become a better musician or a better vocalist, you learn. I've learned so much playing with the Commodore just because of his freaking harmonies and guitar prowess. It's actually freaking awesome. So it's like, man, let's change this up to create an opening for this addition and this new emotion, this new audible accessory to really kind of bolster the song and bring it up. So it's all about being able to ebb and flow and change. And like you said, George, make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today. So if we do that as musicians and as people, we'll find a lot of success in it, man. We really will. Any final questions for the great George Commodore?
Oh no, that's all I had. I just wanted to hear the piano tickling, and I got it.
Man,
from that last song.
I really enjoyed that. Do you feel satisfied with his tickling?
Yes.
Fantastic, George. You satisfied the Commodore with those magical fingers of yours.
Wow, I am impressed. you gentlemen, by the way, your performance earlier of the original that you did very, very well. I was very impressed with it, and hats off and kudos to both of you.
Awesome.
Thank you
so much, George. Well, if you guys are looking for some more information on George, by all means, check out. We put the link to his iTunes album, which is absolutely incredible. And we also put a new link up there just a couple minutes ago to his YouTube channel as well. You guys got to check it out. George has a fantastic personality. Just go to his YouTube channel, click on videos, and click playlist and play all. And just sit back and let it happen, man.
Enjoy.
A huge shout out to George. Thank you so much. And please keep in touch with us. Again, we'll probably reach out to you again just to send a little thank you and see if we can get another date booked in the future, because we'd love to hear about the travels and journeys of the great George Finizio.
Thank you, my friends. It's been a pleasure and an honor for sure.
You got it, my man. Have a good day. Stay out of trouble. And Happy New Year, my good man.
Well, now, staying out of trouble is going to be a challenge, but...
just don't get caught.
Yeah. Actually, I keep too busy with music, I think, to get in any kind of serious trouble, so...
That's good. Like you said, it keeps you out of trouble. Me too, my man. That's why I got the guitars everywhere, all over the house. I'm a troublemaker, but music has helped me out a lot.
Thank you for everything. You guys are wonderful, both of you.
You got it, my man. Have a good night, George. Be safe.
Thank you, friends.
See ya
later, brother.
Bye-bye.
Man, what a good dude, man. What a fantastic guest.
That was fun.
That was awesome. I love hearing stories. Like it's so inspirational and motivational for like us to talk to somebody who's been doing it for such a long time, and to see the kind of personality he has. Mm-hmm. He's just easygoing, and he's mellow, and he's chill, and he's cool, and he's all about growth and understanding and self-reflection. And like I love that. And I think that's some of the more common characteristics that we've been introduced to with a lot of the creators and musicians and artists that we've been able to talk to through this journey.
Which is great, because that's the kind of people I want to surround us with.
We're doing a great job.
There we go.
A huge shout out to George for joining us. You can hear him on Belter Radio on I think he's also on with Jose Alvaro on 366 Radio as well, which is super cool, man. So a huge shout out to Jen Hogan for booking a fantastic guest. George was absolutely incredible, and we're really, really happy to have him spend some time with us tonight. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it. A huge shout out to all of our sponsors, Wayne Dench Incorporated, EMS Mobile Detailing, Castledore Studios, Tornatorius Cafe and Pizzeria, and then Lakeland Barbecue and Lakeland Ice Cream Company. And again, if you guys have a moment, check out George's YouTube. There's the link right there. You guys got to check it out. Click all the links. Throw him a follow. Throw him a notification. We want to see if we can get him that YouTube URL. He needs over 100 subscribers to do it, and maybe we can add a couple more. Any final words for him, Commodore? Aw, Luke does need a mohawk. I agree 100%. By all means, you guys can find us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, Patreon.com, Twitch.tv/KitchenKillaz, and you can always email us at KitchenKillaz@gmail.com.
Hey, thanks for joining us, guys.
Yeah, man. And if you guys have a moment, head over to Jen Hogan's Facebook page. Send her a little I love you and I miss you, a little positive ray of sunshine for the great and illustrious Jen Hogan. Would be absolutely fantastic, and we would appreciate it big time. I like the driving Ted Floyd. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I don't know what that means, Jose. What is the driving Ted Floyd? I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, I'm going to look that up. That's where you guys can find us. We'll talk to you guys soon. Stay out of trouble. Here's a background picture for you. Bye. How cool is that? That's right, baby. Live long and prosper. Tomorrow at noon, we have the poll going up for some songs. Wednesday at 7:05 is going to be the top covers that are voted on tomorrow. And this Friday, we'll be hanging with the Hanging With crew. Our good friends G.W. Pomacher, Sage, Dina, Steven, and a very early birthday for Cosplay Michael.
Who are you hanging with?
That's right. Who are you hanging with? Oh, there we go. Okay, I got you. I like the driving Ted Floyd. He meant TED Talk.
I get it.
I got you now.
All right.
I got you. I'll take it, Jose.
Sense.
The driving Ted Floyd. You got it, baby. Well, tomorrow I got another topic for you, Jose. I hope you check it in, and we'll talk to you soon. You guys stay out of trouble. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. Lots of happiness.
See you. Bye.
And happy Monday.